Hi Virgos, welcome to your reading for the month of July. How you doing? So, before we start your reading, I just want to say that there is really an end of a road coming for you guys, and I feel like you guys might have just sort of eased into getting used to how it was versus what you wanted to be and what it became, and then kind of sort of surrendering to the state and energy. And that's the thing. It's about to shift, it's about to change, and you're about to have these intuitive nudges and hits and things that will tell you exactly where to go next, what to do next. But what is important is that you are understanding that how important that intuitive connection is, because you have two different cards showing up. For everyone up so far that I did a reading for, only one showed up. For you, it's two. It's one, they say it's time to take action. And there's another one who says nothing will come of this situation. Okay, and so I think it's actually perfect the way that they showed up, because it's already, sorry, channeling. Can I speak? There was already something that I wanted to show you guys in order to maybe make it a little bit more visual. So the thing is that if we're about to invest time and energy on to reaching a certain goal or something, or go into a relationship, or open up for dating in general, or trying to in any way, shape or form do something new and go out there and invest time and energy, a lot of times what happens is that we either instantly start to see some results. Sometimes it takes some time, but you have a good feeling about it, just keep going and investing and things like that. But sometimes you find yourself that you've been investing and you've came really pretty far, but then you notice that, hey, I am succeeding, I'm getting these things, but at the same time I don't really feel connected to it. Like, it doesn't really bring me joy, it doesn't really do anything for me. Like, I've worked really hard to get, for example, a degree, and then you just have no real connection or any level of emotional fulfillment from any jobs that are available based on the degree that you just, worked so hard for to get and paid a lot of money for to get, right? So what is important, because the North nodes are shifting, and for you it's moving, like your North node is moving into your 8th house for my Virgo risings, and the South node is moving into your 2nd. So anything that you focus your energy on building and creating, and you want to manifest and all of that, it has to come from a place of deeper level of understanding and also a deeper level of guidance. I can, for example, ring this bell and it sings and it holds this power. And the thing is, if we are dealing with an off-balance energy, we are either too much, for example, this is like all the other people's opinions as we're trying to take into account, right? Like, we're still trying to make this ball sing, but we're just adding a little bit of that, like, I don't know, whatever shape, form, some ego into it, or maybe some fear and all of that. And then maybe this, this is like some fear of failure or fear of success sometimes. And we're just going to add that in there as well. We're still going to make the ball trying to sing, we're all just doing that. But then when I try to actually do the movement, it won't sing. And so we have all the ingredients in order to make it sing and make it happen and make it work and make it flourish and do the beautiful thing that it was built to do. And it's not about adding things to it. It's about getting the keys to release yourself and to remove things from the situation. Remove things that cloud your judgment. Remove things that make you, spiritually less aware or whatever. And then when I try and make it sing, it just naturally does it. It naturally knows what to do. It just didn't know how to do the thing that it was naturally meant to do, with all those things involved. And that's what I feel this, this North Node shifting in the next year and a half will be about for you. You guys have such amazing psychic abilities and things like that, in whatever way, shape, or form. For you, depends on the rest of your chart. But for a lot of you guys, you have great insight naturally, even if you're not necessarily integrating a lot of spirituality into your day-to-day life or your practices. Like, you just have this intuitive wisdom and knowledge. But it's about removing yourself from either situations, surroundings that cloud that bring things to it, that takes away your natural abilities. And that's what I'm feeling is going to be a really dominant thing for you guys, because it's like it's time to take action, and then versus nothing will come of the situation. That's just what I've showed you, just right there and then. You can take action, you can make things happen, but we do need to use and integrate those elements in order to have our natural state of being come forward and do that job, or attract those things into our lives, or attract the right partner, or in whatever way, shape, form, bloom and flourish. So that's something that I just really wanted to give to you guys. So I hope it's it made sense and it reached the right person. All right, so let's pick up a tarot deck for you guys. There we go. All right, so let's see. We are dealing with a full moon energy as I'm doing these readings. It's Capricorn moon. So for you guys, let's connect to your 5th house. Here we have judgment coming through as well. So there might be something that was, just spontaneous, or just, on the low, or a side thing or side hustle, whatever, that is now coming to a close, like coming to an end. And not necessarily the thing, like, the thing itself, the connection, the situation, the work, or the side hustle itself, but the foundation of it shifts and changes. Like, it becomes more meaningful, or it dissipates. And it's just, it can also just be the other way around. Maybe you come from a pretty intense energy, and now you're sort of moving into much more lighter, harder perspective. So it's either or. That's what I'm sensing. So here we have the Judgment and the Devil. For some of you, you might have been dealing with some level of writer's blocks, or procrastination, or just subconscious, something's off, you just can't put your finger on it, you don't know how to fix it, you just know that it's there, and it's kind of just been bothering you, or in your way, or that this could be a thought pattern, like, the way you talk and speak to yourself and about yourself, how you view your body, how you view your life, how you view the people around you. It's like something that hasn't necessarily been serving that side of you or anyone, basically, but it's just kind of been an ongoing circle. So I am sensing that with this full moon in Capricorn, with the Devil coming through, it is a moment of true release, but also a moment of reawakening of some aspect in you that can help you release that tension, or that stress, or that anxiety, or that lower frequency energy that's kind of holding you back, or telling you things that aren't necessarily true. So whatever is holding you back, you will start noticing a shift in that during this Capricorn full moon. You also will have a new moon, a little bit more towards the end of Cancerian season, which is on July 17. That will be in your 11th house. So definitely feel that there might be some surprises on the outside, and sometimes we can't really see like a way out or a change or whatever, because that person that comes and brings and holds that key, we don't really see them coming. They just kind of just all of a sudden appear. So yes, I am sensing this energy. I'm just going to allow them to just put it out there, and then we'll see what else comes out. You have the 5 of Cups with the Devil. like it's almost like a little bit of an energy of the feet, but here we have the Hierophant, you know. Some of you, you're really like, you know what, I'm just not gonna try it anymore. Like, I'm not gonna try to date, or I'm not gonna try to do this, or I'm just not gonna try this anymore. But the Hierophant is here, and it shows up in the right perfect moment in time. Because it's like I said, as a person that shows up. This could be just someone in your feet, right? It doesn't have to be someone knocking on your door, be like, you coming for lunch or what? You know, no, it doesn't have to be a physical interaction face to face or on the internet, but it could just be someone that just pops up on your feet and just shares some piece of knowledge, and it just kind of on a deeper level hits something within you or activates something within you. So 7 of Cups with the 6 of Cups, definitely like taking a step back and understanding that certain patterns have come from way earlier age than you might expect. And I feel like you're trying to find a sense of peace with a part of your past, a sense of peace of people disappointing you or weren't capable of playing the role that you kind of deserve them to be, or that you kind of wish they would have, and understanding the deeper level of these things and looking at your youth or just your earlier years from a different perspective, a little bit more grace, a little bit more gratitude, maybe even if it was hard, like still feel like, okay, you know what, if that didn't happen and I would never got in this position, I've never been able to either help a person or whatever, some form of energy that gets added there is much more like you try to tread lightly and be delicate about it. Damn, Virgo, that's a lot. It's a lot of subconscious stuff you're dealing with, but you're gonna have to, well, you don't have to do anything. You can live your life the way you want to, but you know, what'll be good for you is to understand that love is something so much bigger than that past person or that person who didn't know how to treat you, or friends, or disappointments at work, or it goes way beyond that. You can radiate, live, and embrace love without a person. It's like you really got hurt by someone you trusted. But then the 2 of Cups shows up after the 10 of... It's like a 10 of Swords. Like you're ending up a cycle. Almost feels like this could either be a sibling. It's like, you know me from way back when. Like, you know me. And like, you did me like that. Or you just didn't have like the silver lining of it all. It's like, that's what's kind of painful. It's not about necessarily what they did. It's just like, wow, I just didn't expect that. And with the High Priestess energy as well, it's like you are understanding your pathway towards healing. It's like you're embracing your inner goddess, your inner light, your inner mother, your inner empress energy, and the higher knowledge, your intuition, regardless if you are a man or woman, everything above and in between. It's energy. It's just an energy you embody. Even if you are a man who has 2 daughters, you still have an inner mother within you, you know. Look at that, the death and the sun. So I feel maybe that's a little bit where the patterns come from. Like I'm definitely tuning into this too much, because this is something that this has something to do with the stagnation in your present life or in your recent past. It's like it's it is such a thing that weighs on such a level that it kind of just keeps on showing up the same way over and over and over and over. But what they're showing me is that that's it. Like, it's a cycle, it's ended, like it's no longer here. Like, look at now what has manifested and grew from that space. All this ability to really shed old skin, old thought patterns, old ways, old hurt, old sadness. Like, you can let it go. Like, you're learning to really let it go and have this, like I said, right, with this, like, you're learning how to take it out. So you can, you can reach your full potential. It's like, it needs to come out. It's painful, like these swords over here. It's like, they need to come out at one point. And what happens there is the Two of Cups, is the High Priestess, is the Death card with the Sun. That means, like, hey, like, it's your time in the sun. Like, it's almost your time in the sun. Isn't this Sun card beautiful? It's just, I love this card so much. I think it's one of the most beautiful Sun cards that are out there. It's just, it shows up so prominent, so dominant, almost like, hey, understand that things in life will trick you sometimes into believing a story that's just not true, that you need to do this, that you need to add that. It's about releasing. It's not about becoming anything. It's about unbecoming something. Like, telling yourself a different story is not about making up a story. It's about the real story, the truth. Okay. I'm intrigued, Virgo. So it might be a Leo that you're dealing with. Great hair, just, even if they have no hair, they just have these long ass lashes or something like that. Like, there's something around the eyes. It's about the face shape of it all. It's just this energy that I'm sensing. But for some of you, you are that lion. You are like maybe a Virgo, Leo, sorry, Leo cusp energy. But it could also be like your sun may be Leo and your rising sign may be Virgo. So there could be multiple things why that lion energy shows up so dominant. Or maybe this is something that just shows up for you during Leo season. Like, Cancer season will just arise, and like things will arise and rise and rise, and you become more and more aware of, like, oh, it's another sword, oh, there's another sword from the past, oh, okay, and then during Leo season, which connects for Virgo risings to your 12th house energy, that's definitely much more being able to sort of, in a spiritual realm, release yourself from that energetically. With the Artist and the Fool, it's like, understand you are going to make a clean slate, Virgo. Clean slate. Regardless of your age, regardless of where you're at, because you have already 5 kids running around, doesn't mean that you can't have a clean slate, because you do. Energetically, it's you and the journey with yourself. Even if we're already, like I said, we already have this full life with all kinds of people depending on us and all of that, which is okay. But you are always will be your own individual, aside from being a mother, being a daughter, a son, a brother, a husband, a wife, a whatever, girlfriend, side piece, whatever we got going on in our lives, and the titles that we hold in other people's lives and journeys. We also have our own individual sense of self and our own individual journey. And that's something that is, there is something shifting there. You have the Artist card connected to the Fool. It's like they're saying, like, if you feel the calling, if you hear the calling to create, to do, to go beyond and try something different, go and do it. Try to get yourself energetically in a different space. Allow yourself to move beyond. It's like the sun will shine upon you. You see in the background with the Fool, it's like it's right there. It's like it's literally just shining on you. But it comes from your divine feminine energy, which you guys, are. Okay, the Magician. Oh, I love that. Of course, once we gain that confidence, it's no stopping you, Virgo. You see, with the Magician, like, I got some tricks up my sleeve. I do. With the Eight of Pentacles now, that's someone who's like determined. You're creating from a new sense space. You're creating from a new space. You're not creating to make up for lost opportunities or hurt, or like you want to be better or whatever, like, where you see it a lot, like people break up or they get divorced or whatever, and then they're like, I'm going to go on this fitness journey and I'm going to have my revenge buddy, and it's all good too, whatever you feel guided to do. Obviously, I'm not here to judge or have an opinion. All I'm saying is that then still you're coming from a space of wanting to overcome or overpower a past hurt or pain by actually adding something else to it and then creating something else, but still there's this wound. So this is like this is a whole nother level. This is just doing it because you feel guided to do it. It doesn't have to do with, I want to, as a person, to regret that they either fire me or that this or that, or they have more money or they have this or whatever. Like, it's all good. Once again, like, no judgment. I'm just saying that's not where you're gonna come from. This is more like, no, I kind of woke up to this. Like, I'm ready now. Throat chakra. I'm ready to not just speak the words. I'm ready to do the things. I'm ready to become. I'm ready to embrace. And I'm not going to hold myself back anymore, because that's kind of the only thing that you're changing. Once again, you're releasing something that was holding you back. That's it. And here you are, perfectly capable of doing all these things and creating it and showing up as and embodying it, because you've always been that. It's like the only reason why you couldn't sing was because something was in there that wasn't supposed to be there anymore. And that's the only reason why you couldn't sing. That's why you couldn't vibrate the frequency and why it wouldn't come back to you. That was it. And then finally coming in a space where you can identify it as such and are ready to let it go and are ready to step into this new space. Beautiful. Reading, Virgo. This is not just a July reading. This is like definitely like just the next phase in life reading. Like, this is what's this North Node situation is gonna do for you. Like, it's going to send you on a journey, and if I need in any way, shape, or form a reading or whatever, I'll find a Virgo to do it for me. I just know you guys are going to take stuff to the next level. I'm just saying. I don't know. All right, Virgo. I'm sitting here smiling. I can just see the smirk, okay? I told you so. Okay. Anyways, Virgo, have a beautiful month of July. Before I leave, I want to pick up one more card. Sorry. I was so caught up in that energy. I was like, I'm out. No, we're not. A happy change. Really? Okay, great. You have a happy change with a 10. Your angels have heard your prayers, Virgo, and have bonded together to create real and joyful changes in your life. Events begin to move forward and great progress will now be possible. You might need to make some rapid decisions due to sudden changes of activity. Be confident and trust the guidance you receive. Once again, can't press it enough. It's important that you trust it. Comes from within. Right? Like, when we start adding all these things to it, and we're like, no, I'll just make this one from this space, because I think it's best right now. It works quicker. No. Because it's not going to give you that same radiance, not the same results. So understand, it's very important. They say, trust your guidance that you're receiving. And be confident. Be confident, Virgo. All right. I love you guys, and I'll be back soon. Mwah.